Good evening, everyone. I'm Christopher Brantley. Adam Cellini has the night off. Topping our news tonight, President Donald Trump's travel ban on hold following a federal appeals court denying the Justice Department's request to reinstate the ban. Trump's executive order has a few parts. For one, it bans travelers from 7 predominantly Muslim countries from entering the United States for 3 months. It also suspends entry for all refugees for 4 months and permanently bans Syrian refugees from entering the country. Here on the Suncoast, one group is speaking out against the travel ban, drafting a letter they plan to deliver to Congressman Vern Buchanan tomorrow morning at the Federal Building in downtown Sarasota. ABC 7's Kate Flexter has the story.
This is the letter the group plans to deliver to Congressman Vern Buchanan. They hope it will encourage him to change his views on the travel ban.
For now, President Trump's controversial travel ban remains on hold. U.S. border officials proceeding with business as usual after a federal appeals court denied the Justice Department's request to reinstate Trump's executive order, barring entry to America for refugees and travelers from 7 predominantly Muslim countries. But on the ground, the fight continues, protesters taking to the streets in several U.S. cities. In Sarasota, activists are trying a different approach, though, reaching out to local Congressman Vern Buchanan.
One of the most effective things that we can do is call on our local congressmen and senators to be proactive in the face of these executive orders.
Buchanan posted this to his Facebook page following Trump's executive order. Long overdue, a freeze on Syrian refugees and a crackdown on sanctuary cities. It's that post that sparked the group to draft this letter to Buchanan. The letter argues all of us are immigrants, adding the order will fuel ISIS's claim that the U.S. has a war on Islam.
It's very clear that what he is doing is targeting people of a particular race, ethnicity, or religion, rather than anything that will make U.S. citizens safer.
In a statement, Congressman Vern Buchanan said, "My highest priority is protecting Americans. That's why we need to enforce federal immigration laws and ensure we aren't opening our borders to individuals that want to harm Americans." State Committeeman Christian Ziegler says that's exactly his concern.
We're in the crosshairs of dangerous people around the world, and I think we need to do everything we can to protect ourselves.
Ziegler argues it's not a move against immigration.
Immigration is important to America, but legal immigration and safe immigration. We had Ellis Island for a reason. Immigrants stopped there. They did backgrounds. They looked at who was coming into this country. We need to do the same thing today.
Still, though, activists say they're prepared to be persistent.
Last week, this week, and all the weeks to come, we will be here visiting Congressman Buchanan, urging him to do the right thing and publicly oppose this racist ban.
Congressman Buchanan also said his door is always open to constituents. For now in Sarasota, Kate Flexter, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Kate, thank you so much. Now, right now, the travel ban has been suspended by a federal judge. The action went into effect yesterday, causing some confusion at airports around the country. But here on the Suncoast, officials at the Sarasota-Bradenton International Airport say the ban has had little impact on travelers. SRQ does not have direct flights, international flights, that is. The airport has connecting flights from other countries, but passengers aren't seeing the types of delays that they would see in other airports. Overnight, the Trump administration was denied its chance to immediately reinstate the president's immigration order, and now that fight could be headed for the Supreme Court. ABC's David Wright has the latest.
This is the scene playing out at airports across the country. Families torn apart by the Trump administration's targeted travel ban, reuniting with hugs and tears. With the ban now on hold pending appeals, it's a race against time for visa holders to get into the U.S.
I didn't know how long it's going to take me to see my mother.
I'm happy that I'm here now.
An anxious moment for many families.
I really hope everything is okay.
Officials canceled this woman's visa in the initial confusion. Now she's back in Syria, her husband in Virginia. It's unclear how long the doors will remain open. Overnight, a federal appeals court rejected the Trump administration's bid to immediately restore the travel ban, which denies entry to people from 7 predominantly Muslim countries. The legal review of Trump's executive order now almost certain to make its way to the U.S. Supreme Court. Vice President Mike Pence is defending his boss.
I think the early days of this administration are going to be described in the history books as days of action.
The president is spending the weekend at his Florida resort, but an interview he taped Friday with Fox's Bill O'Reilly is raising eyebrows. In it, Trump admits he admires Russian President Vladimir Putin.
Putin's a killer. A lot of killers. We got a lot of killers. Why, you think our country's so innocent?
That comparison does not sit well with lawmakers, including Trump's fellow Republicans.
There is no moral equivalency between the United States of America, the greatest freedom-loving nation in the history of the world, and the murderous thugs that are in Putin's defense of his cronyism.
David Wright, ABC News, Palm Beach.
And President Trump now saying that Americans may have to wait until next year for his health care plan. In a Fox News interview, President Trump announced that it could take until 2018 to roll out his proposal to replace Obamacare. Some elements of his plan could be in place this year. Trump also called the Affordable Care Act a disaster and said in his plan would be, quote, wonderful. The president saying that Americans can expect to see some tax cuts later this year. And now let's head over to Wendy Ross for a first check on our weather. Wendy, good evening.
Well, it turned out to be a beautiful day. It's been a beautiful evening. We don't have any rain around, and we just have a couple of high, thin clouds around right now. And the fog will move in a little bit later on tonight. But at this hour, things are beautiful across the state of Florida. We've got a couple of showers well to our north, and we're not expecting to see rain for many days to come. So it's 57 degrees right now, a little on the chilly side. Our dew point levels and humidity levels have moved on up. We're looking at those winds coming in out of the northeast at around 9 miles per hour, and we are looking at the overnight time period to be in the 50s under fair skies as well. The work week is starting tomorrow. We'll let you know what we can expect, and if there's going to be any rain in our forecast, we could use it. We'll find out if that's going to be taking place. Christopher?
The Manatee County Sheriff's Office is investigating a murder in Lakewood Ranch. It happened on Greenbrook Boulevard around midnight. Deputies say 23-year-old Alexander Chirp was found outside of his vehicle by an on-duty security guard. It appeared Chirp suffered upper body trauma. He was transported to the hospital where he was later pronounced dead. The sheriff's office says they are working on several leads, but there have been no arrests made at this time. Detectives say they believe Chirp was targeted. Anyone with information on this case is asked to contact the Manatee County Sheriff's Office or Crime Stoppers at the number on your screen. A man has been arrested in Pinellas County following the attempted murder of 2 people in Manatee County. It happened around 9:21 p.m. Saturday night on 3rd Avenue West in Palmetto. A man and woman were sleeping on their couch when they woke to find the man standing over them. The suspect then allegedly began attacking them, stabbing the man with a knife before fleeing the scene. The Manatee County Sheriff's Office obtained a warrant for the arrest of Stephen Kelly, who is being charged with attempted murder. Still to come here on ABC 7, a company located on the site of a massive sinkhole begins to fill the hole. And a daring rescue in Southern California, where a group of hikers were saved from an icy ravine.
ABC 7 My Suncoast News. We provide the news everywhere you are. All your devices, including Apple TV, Roku, and the fastest-growing news app on Amazon Fire, offering 24 hours of live news and entertainment, along with video on demand. Visit mysuncoast.com and click on the mobile tab. All the download info is in one convenient location. ABC 7 My Suncoast News. We're here for you. Monday on ABC 7 News at 7.
A lot of them I found through research are sleeping in tents with their children. They're sleeping in cars, behind buildings.
Could tiny houses be a solution for Venice's affordable housing issues? One man says yes, and he's spent the past year laying the groundwork to build these homes. I'm Haley Wilkes. We'll show you what inspired him.
Monday on ABC 7 News at 7. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
You're going to need me. You're going to need us. All of us. You're going to need our help with your water, your air, your food. You're going to need our determination, our compassion. You're going to need the next generation of leaders to face the challenges the future will bring. And we promise we'll be there when you need us.
It's been about a month, and I can honestly say I've seen the change in me. I went from being a depressed girl who didn't want help to this happy, caring girl who loves helping other people. I just really hope that people that went through what I went through get the help that they need, because their story is important and they are loved. Thank you so much for everything.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
Gold fever is at an all-time high in the Sunshine State with the new Gold Rush Doubler family of scratch-off games. Everyone is rushing to Florida to strike it doubly rich. With over $1 billion in total cash prizes, the Florida Gold Rush is on. The Florida Lottery. Just imagine.
The sinkhole that swallowed 215 million gallons of radioactive water is now in the process of getting filled. Mosaic has since built a concrete plant near the hole, and this week they began pumping concrete. It's been roughly 6 months since the toxic sinkhole opened up at Mosaic's New Wales plant in Mulberry, Florida. Since then, workers and contractors have been trying to figure out the best way to fill the hole. Mosaic plans to finish filling the sinkhole before the start of Florida's raining season in May. Some cities are seeing a double-digit increase in home prices. Tampa had the greatest increase in 2016, 14% year over year, the highest in the state of Florida. Jacksonville and Orlando were not terribly far behind. Other metro areas that saw a double-digit growth in home prices were Denver and Portland. U.S. officials would like to add the oceanic white-tip shark to the list of threatened species on the endangered species list. The sharks found around the world, mostly in open waters, are prized in Asian markets for use in soup. The National Marine Fisheries Service says these sharks are likely to become endangered within the foreseeable future. If the government lists the white-tip shark as threatened, it would be the most widespread shark listing in the U.S. to date. A daring rescue in Southern California Saturday after 4 hikers slid 300 feet down into an icy ravine. 4 men and a woman hiking at 7,000 feet elevation suddenly slid down the ice. One man, identified as 67-year-old Michael Yu, was killed, while 3 of the other hikers were badly injured. One of the hikers with the party went to help. Rescuers arrived at the scene by helicopter and rushed them to the hospital. The rescuers say the hikers were not properly equipped to be hiking in the icy conditions. Those injured are recovering, including one who suffered a broken spine. Drivers may have noticed some road closures and delays this morning as a popular annual event was underway. The Sarasota Music Half Marathon began bright and early this morning at the Van Wezel Performing Arts Hall. Racers going over the scenic Ringling Bridge to St. Armand Circle and back past Marina Jack's front marina, then over into the old Sarasota neighborhoods. The event bringing in participants old and new.
It's just a fun race with all the bands and everything that's going on here and just the excitement of it. So well done. We're from Minnesota and we come down for this. We came down last year and did it, and we decided to come back again this year.
Event organizers didn't let the fun end there. A post party was held on the Van Wezel's Bayside lawn with food, music, and an awards ceremony for the winners. The Sarasota Ski-O-Rees held their first show of the season today at the Ski-O-Rees Stadium. The show drawing in a crowd of people to watch the team's impressive water skiing tricks. An action-packed show that's fun for the whole family.
We all get to have this incredible family time together with the beautiful Sarasota Bay in the background. What better view can you have, or better way to spend your weekend?
We're very impressed. The nice people doing a good job, so it's good for everybody in the society.
The team has been a staple in Sarasota entertainment since 1957. The group will be performing in the Sarasota Bay near Ken Thompson Park every Sunday at 2 p.m. And they could not have had better weather to go out today.
That is just so great to watch. Isn't that fun?
It is.
Oh my goodness, and it was a beautiful day too.
I've watched them. They are fantastic.
Aren't they
the
great?
Scaries.
Oh, I've been watching them
I'm
for
terrified
years.
of water, so I'm thoroughly impressed that they even go near the water.
Oh, they go in, on, over. They're pretty amazing. They're just amazing. And today was just a beautiful day to showcase not only them, but any place outside because it was so beautiful today. Look at these temperatures. These were the daytime highs around the area. We saw low 70s closer to the water, and then as you moved east of I-75, things got just a little bit warmer, but not terribly much. Mostly our temperatures reached into the mid-70s today for daytime highs. At the airport, it was officially 71, 57 the overnight low. Normally we're at 72 for the high, so not a far cry at all from normal. And normally we're at 53 for the low. So we've been running warmer than normal over the last couple of days. We will continue to do that again tonight. We're expecting to see our temperatures back around 57, 56 for the overnight low tonight. And what we do have are dew points at 55 degrees, and so that's keeping things nice and comfortable with those winds coming in out of the northeast at this hour. We have fair skies. We don't even have any clouds around, and we are going to start to see the fog coming back into the picture a little bit later on tonight. So during the overnight time period, we could see some areas of dense fog, and then we're going to be getting the sunshine coming back in throughout the morning hours tomorrow. It's going to be another beautiful day around. We're not experiencing anything right now. We've got very dry air in the upper levels of the atmosphere, and it continues to sweep across central and south Florida, so we're going to stay dry for the next 24-hour period. We do have some more moist weather coming on in across the southeast, and eventually we're going to start to see some showers developing on the east coast, trying to make their way over to the west coast because the winds are going to be shifting around. We also have a cold front well to our north, and we are going to start to see the opportunity for some rain coming on in, and that takes place beginning on Thursday. We start to see some showers developing for our area, and that's all as a result of this cold front right here. It's going to be diving down across the southeast and eventually making its way here across central Florida, and as it does so, in advance of it, we're going to see this warm weather staying with us. So we could be seeing our temperatures back up into the mid to upper 70s over the next couple of days. In our forecast, we're expecting to see that warm weather. That's going to start by tomorrow, and then we're going to be looking at the next cold front, which will be taking place on Thursday, bringing us back to more seasonal norms, which is back around 71, 72, and temperatures in the low 50s for overnight lows. And then we've got the rain chances staying on the low side, only about a 30% chance of rain with that next cold front coming in. So if you're heading off to the beach tomorrow, winds will be out of the east-northeast at 10 knots, seas 1 to 2 feet, a light chop out on the bay. The Gulf water temperature is 68 degrees, the air temperature 78 degrees, and over the next several days, you'll see those temperatures staying in the mid to upper 70s all the way through Thursday. That front comes in on Thursday. We get the rain showers during the afternoon, 30% chance, and cooling off just in time for next weekend. Christopher.
Thank you so much, Wendy. Don't go away. It's game time, and we'll be back with all your Super Bowl highlights.
Monday at 4 on Suncoast View.
Diamonds are a girl's best friend. I'm Stephanie Roberts. On Suncoast View, we're getting ready for Valentine's Day with a tabletop jewelry show to show off the latest in diamond trends. Technology meets form and function. A local entrepreneur shows us his unique style of furniture. Plus, we ask Dr. Jenny about cryotherapy to ease our pain. And Yo Sushi is in the kitchen.
Monday at 4 on Suncoast View.
We're losing exotic animals on a daily basis, and the ones that we have in captivity are really the ambassadors for their wild counterparts. I'm Clayton Rozier from the Big Cat Habitat and Gulf Coast Sanctuary, housing over 150 exotic animals that needed a great home. And if you love animals, please help them. Do it locally. Support your local no-kill shelters, your local wild animal sanctuaries. Make a difference where you can.
As your agent, I care about what you care about, so I will take the time to help you through the process to find your dream home. Customer service is just another way to say I care about my customers. When you are buying or selling a home, you deserve special attention because it's a big decision. You should not feel rushed. I'm Jackie Evinia, agent with SWC Properties. I'm here to help you. Estoy aquí para ayudarles.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
Are you considering joint replacement or revision surgery? Consider this. Dr. Edward Stolarski has performed thousands of successful joint replacement procedures and trained surgeons from all over the world. Using advanced technologies, Dr. Stolarski is able to perform some of the most complex surgeries.
I wish I knew about Dr. Stolarski much sooner.
After the surgery, I don't have any pain. It's like I've got a 16-year-old hip.
My name's Ed Stolarski. What I really do is I give people back their life.
Schedule a consultation today.
Attention, this is an important message for anyone who has taken Xarelto or Pradaxa. If you or a loved one took the blood thinner medication Xarelto or Pradaxa and was then hospitalized for internal bleeding, you may be entitled to significant compensation. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to serious, even fatal internal bleeding. If you suffered a stroke, heart attack, or serious internal bleeding, or if a loved one died after taking Xarelto or Pradaxa, call us now. Our network of attorneys have years of experience fighting the big pharmaceutical companies and is ready to fight for you. Potential claims are being reviewed for users of Xarelto or Pradaxa who have suffered severe bleeding or hemorrhaging, stroke, or even death. Our network of experienced attorneys is ready to fight for you. You won't pay a thing unless your case is settled. Call today for a free confidential consultation. Don't fight this alone.
Please call 800-928-6604. That is 800-928-6604.
Now, sports.
Well, it was billed as the clash of the quarterbacks, and Tom Brady made it come true. It may be the most spectacular win in Super Bowl history. Brady rallied the New England Patriots from what looked like certain defeat to a breathtaking from-behind victory. Tom Brady, now the only quarterback in NFL history with 5 Super Bowl rings. ABC's Jim Ryan reports from Houston.
The Atlanta defense got to Tom Brady early, sacking the veteran New England QB twice in the first quarter.
Down he goes again.
In the second, the Patriots fumbled and the Falcons came up with the ball. Matt Ryan's arm fired his team downfield, setting up the game's first score on this touchdown run by Devontae Freeman.
Touchdown, Atlanta.
And it was Ryan again, finding Austin Hooper in the red zone. Falcons made it 14-0.
But a flag is down.
When Robert Alford picked off a Tom Brady pass and ran it 82 yards, he gave the Atlanta Falcons a 21-0 lead. With seconds left in the second quarter, New England had to settle for a field goal. 21-3 Atlanta at the half. Lady Gaga was the halftime entertainment. In the third quarter, the Falcons ran up the score. The man they call Matty Ice connecting for another TD and a 25-point lead. Tom Brady finally connected for the Patriots' first touchdown, but they missed the point after.
This one hits the upright.
Brady threw another TD in the fourth, 28-18. Then the two-point conversion made it an 8-point game.
A direct snap, and it's good.
And a touchdown brings the Pats within 2. They tied the game at 28 with this two-point conversion. That forced the first overtime in Super Bowl history, and this spectacular comeback win for the Patriots. 34-28 the final.
He's in! Patriots win the Super Bowl!
The Patriots overcame a 25-point deficit with 31 unanswered points. Jim Ryan, ABC News, Houston.
And now, if you've had a bit too much Super Bowl fun this evening, AAA wants to remind you not to drink and drive. If you don't have a designated driver or a backup plan tonight, give Tow2Go Services a call. It's a confidential ride within a 10-mile radius. It's good for up to 2 riders. Tow2Go Services will be available until 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. For Tow2Go Services, call 855-286-9246. In hockey news, the Rangers hosting the Flames at the Garden. The Rangers' Michael Grabner gets the rebound, goes behind the net, and passes to Brady Shea. Shea then gives it right back to Grabner, who scores. Then, later on, the Flames bring it into the Rangers zone. Johnny Gaudreau shoots deflected, but then hits home with Troy Browmer. And later on, Chris Kreider on the attack. He shoots and scores. Kreider goes up top shelf with an absolute snipe, and the final score, Rangers 4-3. More to come here on ABC 7. Stay with us.
Join ABC 7 at the all-new 2017 edition of Circus Sarasota. Synergy under the big top at Nathan Benderson Park, behind the mall at UTC, Friday, February 10th through Sunday, March 5th. All opening weekend tickets are 20% off, courtesy of ABC 7. To purchase your discount tickets, visit circusarts.org, the Circus Sarasota box office at the big top, or call 941-355-9805.
I entered into real estate to help people. I would like to invoke a trust in people that I will do everything in my power to help them navigate the process of either buying or selling a home. Well, I know how stressful buying a home can be. I've bought and sold properties in the past before I was an agent. I want you to be able to trust me to stay in contact with you, be available to you whenever you have questions. My name is Kimberly, and I want to be your real estate agent.
Our community has its struggles. The fact is, people have less than they did just a few years ago, and sadly, the need becomes more profound every day. Season of Sharing provides funds to help individuals and families in need, ensuring they will not end up homeless and without a roof over their heads. Together, providing a helping hand and making a difference. Season of Sharing. Give today at cfsarasota.org.
How long have we been married, dear?
For 76 years.
He was kind and generous to me before we married, and he was kind and generous to me all these years. We decided on Meals on Wheels because I was getting to the point where I couldn't do all the things that I had been able to do. We're the Spans. America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
ABC 7 News at 7, weeknights.
Look, I'm not an ideologue. I am an originalist.
Well, Taylor Swift may have performed her only concert this year last night. During the pre-Super Bowl show, Swift told the audience they were attending 100% of her tour dates for 2017. Last year, Swift won the Best Album of the Year Grammy for her first official pop album, 1989. Swift offered up no reason as to why she may not be touring this year. And while many fans were wrapped up in the Super Bowl this evening, many others were enjoying a very different kind of football. Each of the tail-wagging contestants gearing up for the game, and it's Tails versus Team Fluff. The puppy Rory grabbing the red chew toy, sprinting down the field for the touchdown. The star of the night, Rory and his lucky red ball. But Hope scores a touchdown late in the game, getting the touchdown for Team Fluff. Team Fluff dominating the game. Now that's a Super Bowl I can get behind.
Oh my gosh, that's just too much fun. Look at that. Oh. Look at that concentration.
Oh, look at that face. Goodness.
That is too much fun.
All right, now I could sit down and watch the whole Puppy Bowl.
Yes, that is pretty good. I saw the Kitten Bowl, so there you go. That was a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Good night, everyone.